On to the last set of races, and we are going to do 500 GP first. And coming in third place, again out of Roanoke, Virginia, Eric the Pilot Mercer. There he comes. You're looking like a rather young man sprinting over here.
Yeah, that was exciting. We ran 8 laps. It was a 6-lap sprint. I know I was counting them. Couldn't believe it. Just kept going and going and going. It was alternating between really fun and terrible. Oh, and I was looking forward to this because I had a Dunlop and an Avon combination. I kept hearing how one worked in the rain, the other didn't. So I really was looking forward to a chance to test that. They both worked pretty well. I couldn't tell. Okay. Thanks again, guys.
All right, thank you, Eric. Coming in second place out of Moore, South Carolina, John Rickard. Come on up here, John. Good job. Beautiful bike, too. Sturdy down.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Thanks to Jim. Appreciate you putting this event on. Everybody said good words, and I appreciate it also. Thanks to my crew chief, Pat Rogers, keeps my pit running. Map Cycle, if you need British bike parts, go to MAP in St. Petersburg. They got a lot of parts. And that's about it.
Hey, thank you, John. And this guy back up here again, rain or dry, smooth as silk, running great, out of Florida, Pat Mooney. Hey Pat, how'd it go in the rain?
Good, I actually enjoyed the race. I don't know what's wrong with Kenny's Dunlops because mine were working fine in the rain. So. No, I really enjoyed the ride actually. It's the first time I've ridden in the rain in quite some time. So as I found out in that second race when I didn't have a fender and waterlogged my ignition and the bike conked out, but put a little makeshift fender on there to deflect the water for that third race, and I really enjoyed it. Like I say, I ain't raced in the rain in a long time, and coming from England, I remember racing in the rain a lot over there, so it was just like being back home again. So again, thanks Jim, and thanks for WERA putting on a good show. I'll definitely be back. Thank you.
Hey, great job. Hey, come on out to WERA and race anytime you want, just not in my classes, because you're too damn fast. All right, and on to the last class of the day we're going to do awards on. We'll wrap up here. In third place, out of Lexington, Kentucky, Wayne Moore. Wayne, good to see you up here, man.
Hello, buddy. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
How was that rain race? How'd you enjoy that?
Well, I do real well in the rain because I'm not smart enough to slow down. So I lived through it, so that makes me happy. Thanks to Mr. Henshaw and his company for sponsoring this, and it was fantastic last year, and even better this year. Even though we had some we had shitty weather last year too, didn't we? Earlier in the day. Well, we had a great time anyway, and all the guys, even Mr. Parethian bringing in that son of his. You know, I'm taking up a pool to get him a GSXR or something, get him out of the CB races. Thank you. Oh, thanks to Mike Wells Racing for keeping my bike going. Thanks.
Thank you, Wayne. Good job. Now, the next two guys up, I watched this too, and this was good, and I really didn't know which way I was going to go. Was Buff stalking Jesse, or was he having a problem? Was the bike running right? Didn't quite sound right to me. You know, I just couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought he had an ace up his sleeve. But, you know, Buff did take second place, so Buff, come on up here for your award. It's a great race to watch. You just didn't know what was going to happen, but good job nonetheless. Tell us about that race.
Well, first of all, I got to thank a couple of people. Pat, I mean, I pillaged his pit. I mean, if it wouldn't have been for his oil diaper, his silicone, and his brake clean, I don't think it would have made the race. So thank you, Pat. Appreciate the hospitality. I'm glad you pitted next to me so I could take a couple checkered flags. And second, I got a couple cousins up from Mobile that served as my pit crew today that were running all around, delivering drills and taking things back, oil pans and dipsticks, and it was a bit of a nail biter getting the bike out for that second race, but man, it was a ball, and I gave it everything I had. Hats off to Jesse. It was a great race, a lot of fun, and I wish I could hit some more races this year so we could do it some more. But we'll see. And also, I'd like to thank Charles Ruesdale, who is the guru of the vintage voice, shall we say, of the BBS. And hats off to him. Thank you, Charles. And my sponsor, Todd Henning. I certainly wouldn't be here without him. And we'll be at Mid-Ohio later this year. And his son, Aries, going to ride his sportsman bike. And I'm going to be the mechanic. So if any of y'all are out there, come check us out. We'll be in the pits, and he'll be using the motor I used today. So anyway, thank y'all.
Thank you both. Good job. All right, you probably figure out who took first place, and it was a good race to watch. It really was. Now come on up here, Jesse. Tell us about your race, man. Good job. Good job, Jesse.
Yeah, it was a good race. I want to thank God for letting it rain, because that was the only thing that kept me ahead of Buff. And yeah, I forgot to thank the corner workers. I appreciate it so much. I'm glad they didn't have to pick me up today. And again, I'd like to thank my family and Jim and everybody and all the officials. And it was a good race.
Got a question for you. Check the hair out. Is this like an American version of Marco Simoncelli or what?
I don't know. I go through stages where I shave it and then let it grow out to my shoulders. You never know.
Whatever makes you fast, man. Good job. Hey, don't run off. Y'all can stick around for just a second. We forgot a very important rider to recognize out of the mini race. So let's give it up to Gavin Elstad, who won the mini race today. He's been waiting patiently for his trophy. The future of WERA racing. Gavin, good job, man. Let's tell us about your race.
It was fun, no competition. I hope there will be some tomorrow. I would like to thank Millennium Technologies for doing my cylinders, Foamer for supplying me my helmets, my family for supporting me, and most of all, my dad for bringing me out here.
Good job. All right, here you go. That's your trophy. Is the rider from the Formula 80 class here? WERA Mini. Formula 80, we don't have your name. Got your trophy. All right, we'll just say it for you. All right, hey, thanks for everybody coming out. The people who travel long distance, appreciate that. And hey, if you got some money, you can always spend it at www.fastfromthepast.com. And I'll turn it over to Jim.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's been a bit of a tough year for Vintage, a lot going on. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. We're trying to do something here and try to rebuild WERA Vintage a little bit. Appreciate all the ARMA guys coming and joining us. Stay tuned, we're working on things. We'll do this again next year for sure, but a lot of changes going on. I hope to see some of you in Mid-Ohio. Some of you may chose not to go, but I think it'd be a good time to try, and we'll see what happens. But I appreciate everybody making the effort and coming down. Thank you for coming out. We'll see you next year.